VC? Welcome into the cosmic realm. Don't look, I'm changing my identity. Going back from super space Cosmo Man into mild-mannered Brian. So what's up, y'all? Welcome to a little late night of good. A little late night cosmic vinyl action. I just can't throw together a video. I just cannot bring to. I mean, I could have filmed this video hours ago, but I need more preparation. I have to listen to all the records all the way through, both sides, right before I do the video. I also jot down a few notes, and I can't just like sit down and say, okay, I'm doing it, and then just start showing albums. I mean, I can, but I don't, because I think it's just part of my like OCD and my process. But I know it's weird, but it's me. Anyway, what you were hearing there on the little intro action, little psycho craziness of the Nebula heavy Psych. Yeah, it's something I've showed before and on a Vinyl Finds video. But it's just something I'm listening to in the background while I'm doing this video. I'm going to try and keep this short. I got a couple areas of business to take care of, though. I've actually touched base now outside of YouTube with a couple of that I consider a couple of my good friends here in the VC. Weinbender and Dan from Dan's vinyl channel. So yeah, I consider those guys friends, good friends here in the VC. So I got a little VCLT from one Eric Weinbender. I gotta pull this shit closer. He had mentioned in one of his videos that he was going to send me this record that he actually won, I believe, in a contest. I had mentioned in in this comment section that I had actually held this record in my hand just a day or two before he showed it, that he had won it. This is Kyle Kraft. It's called Full Circle Nightmare. I ran into it at Half Price Books down in Des Moines, Iowa, and I just thought it looked interesting. It's on the Sub Pop label, so you know it's probably good. There's a lot to digest there. It looks like a pretty fun party, actually. So, but anyway, I really like this. This is like he's an American singer, songwriter, musician from Portland, Oregon. And the songs on here that I really dig are called Fever Dream Girl, Full Circle Nightmare. And there's a couple, I mean, I really like the whole thing. It's kind of he's got like a robust, full-throated wail. His voice is like a modern-day Bob Dylan kind of voice. And it's got Stone-esque hooks in this, along with like a glam rock kind of swagger to it. It's kind of like a British glitter pop mixed with like a southern rock. I know it sounds bizarre, but it's hard to describe. It's just a really great. You can tell it's influenced a lot by Bob Dylan, David Bowie. He even lists one of his influences, Father John Misty, if you've ever heard of him. And throw a little Beach Boys in the mix too. So yeah, I'd like to I have to get a hold of some Father John Misty. Because that stuff is kind of neat, I guess, too. So, the other thing he sent, so thanks, Eric, for that record. That was amazing. This is not the record that Eric sent me, although this is the same record, but not the actual record he sent. This is the censored cover of Poison, Open Up and Say Ah, which I had already had, but I was always looking for the uncensored cover. I believe I heard Eric mention it a while back, that he had seen it in a record store or something, I don't know. But lo and behold, to my surprise, when I opened up the box that Eric sent, this was inside it. The actual uncensored cover of Open Up and Say Ah, from the glam rock band Poison. This is from 1988. And I kind of get it now, why they banned. I don't know if it was a band cover, but I don't know, some, radical right-wing groups probably raised hell when this was released. So they had to, Poison went ahead and censored it into this to satisfy, the critics, which, they didn't take too much heat for it, I don't think, but damn, pretty damn cool, I think. And look at the back, look how glammed out they are, and freaking awesome. Look at Cece down there. I always thought Cece could have been he could have easily been like a punk rock guitar player. But I remember a section in Slash's book where he says he went to audition for Poison, and as he's walking out, CeCe DeVille's walking in all glammed up and stuff, and he knew right away. He actually told the guy, "You've got the gig," before he even played. But yeah, look at that, freaking Bret Michaels, Ricky Rocket, Bobby Dahl, and CeCe DeVille. That's a great cover. I'm digging it. Well, thank you, Eric, so much, man. And then he had thrown this surprise. Come on, this is not. What's this doing in here again? This freaking thing. That's not what I meant. Eric didn't send me that. What are you doing here? No, but he did send this. Eric knows I like comics, and he's a fellow comic nerd. Hey, guys, see Jeff Kempen made a video with some comics. He opened up a whole new door for me, man. If we start showing comics, of course it won't be, a VC thing, but I know that there's a lot of members in the VC who like comics as well as albums. For me, I actually stopped collecting new comics for a long time, because I just cannot afford to pay for records and comics. But look at this. He sent me a Spider-Man comic with the new and improved female Doc Ock there, which I'm pretty sure didn't last real long, but that's the Scarlet Spider right there, actually, with the, I always like that outfit with the red whatever tights, and then he's got the blue cutoff sweatshirt with the hoodie. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great record. Yeah, I'm gonna spin this comic and listen to it, you dummy. Anyway, yeah, thanks for the comic, man. I love it. He also included a little Cosmic Brian, woo, a little card here. Lo and be sold, you dummy. Lo and behold, check this shit out, this fucking awesome sticker. Now, Eric Weinbender sends some good VCLT, I'm telling you. This is friggin' cool. This sticker has everything that I love about it. A thick chick in a short skirt, and anything with robots, and a purple robot, how can you go wrong? But yeah, I don't know, I suppose I could read this. I don't think he would mind. What's up, buddy? Spreading the love and the continuation of the love that Dustin at China Ditch spread in that style. I threw in a comic book, first appearance of female Doc Ock. Not worth much, but I love the Scarlet Spider art. And maybe she'll end up in a Marvel movie and the book will blow up. I hope so. I know you love that 80s, so here's a first press Poison. Man, I'm so happy about that. Thanks a bunch, Eric. Also, since I'm about that nerd life, a very cosmic robot decal. Stickers are for sticking, you're right. It'll get stuck on something. It's a shame it took 20 years for this one to find a home. Well, guess what, Eric? It has found a home, and I appreciate that, and I'll love it just like I love anything else that I collect and hold on to. And I really, really, really appreciate this, dude. You don't even know how much. And I've got boxes over there to send VCLT out to 3 different people, and just things have gotten in the way. My life gets in the way for some reason. And but I've got stuff for Eric. I've got stuff for Beth at B-Sides Records. I've been meaning to send forever. I'm so sorry, Beth, if you're watching this. And also Dan from Dan's Vinyl channel, soon to be something else. But anyway, yeah, they're my friends. So I'm going to get right into a little Vinyl Finds video before I get too welled up about this VCLT. But this is Vinyl Finds number 15 for me. But I seen this a couple times at a record store in Des Moines. I finally picked it up because I just love this era of like 60s and 70s R&B soul kind of music. This is the Cornelius Brothers with Sister Rose. The Cornelius Brothers, they're they were all 70s siblings soul group from they're Florida-based group. Check out, I just love the fros, man. Check out all the fros getting it on. He's got like the part in his fro. I don't know, that's just something unique. But it's siblings Carter and Eddie, and then Rose and Billy Joe. This is kind of like a greatest hits compilation. It's got 2 songs on it, Too Late to Turn Back Now, and the song that always reminds me of, no matter how many times I heard it, when I hear the opening chords of it, reminds me of Ron Burgundy Anchorman movie. It's called Treat Her Like a Lady, and it is just a great, like, old soul, like even funk, kind of early funk stuff. But yeah, Cornelius Brothers and Sister Rose, people. It's got like some strategically placed horns over like a sultry rhythm, and at times almost funky sound. So yeah, definitely a great record if you like any of the 70s like soul R&B. I was happy to pick this up. I'm telling you though, this shit is beat up. But this is the Trogs, Wild Thing with a Girl and With a Girl Like You. Sure, there's writing on it, there's marker, there's a scribble there, there's a price tag there. It's beat, it's taped, but it's fucking great. I don't even care. I paid like $4 and I'm glad to have it. The vinyl plays great. It's on the Fontana label there. This is garage rock, killer garage rock. I'll hold it up here. What's up? But yeah, check out their outfits. I mean, come on. Matching suits with stripes. In a cave, nonetheless, like true troglodytes. Come on, this is killer. They're almost kind of like, sound like the Seeds, almost. I don't know who took whose sound, but, you know, the guy's vocals and there's like fuzzy guitar, there's harpsichord, and the one song even has, I think it's Wild Thing, has an ocarina bridge in it. I mean, that's friggin' awesome. Love that record. I don't care if it's beat up, I'll play the shite out of it. Here's another record I found recently in Eagle Grove, a small town just north of Fort Dodge. It's the Yardbirds, Shape of Things. Another compilation. It's covers from 1964 to 1966. The song is produced by Giorgio Gomeleski. And look at this gatefold. I wish I had the time to read all this to you, because this is some great, I garnered some really cool information about the Yardbirds. Talks about all the members of the Yardbirds. I mean, there's Jimmy Page is on this, Jeff Beck, Keith Relf, Jim McCarty, Chris Draja. I mean, check out that picture of him on the back there with, there's Jimmy Page looking so friggin' cool, Jeff Beck, Keith Relf. I mean, this is amazing. And just a great group of songs. It's got For Your Love on it. It's got a bunch of like bluesy stuff on it, blues covers. There's Howlin' Wolf cover on this. Man, I have not listened to this all the way through yet. I broke my tradition, but I am gonna really give this a listen. This is something I had them hold for me for about the last month. I finally picked it up. So yeah, Yardbirds, Shapes of Things. Another record that this is another something I can add to or cross off my checklist from the that book right there, the 101 Iconic Underground Rock albums, Psychedelia, the Jack Morton book. I picked this up. This is one of the albums that's featured in there. It's the early Steppenwolf recorded live at the Matrix in San Francisco, May 14th, 1967. Out of breath. That's a long title, but that is the title. Here, hold on. I got too many things going on at once here. There we go. Yeah, it's just, they were actually, this was like pre-Steppenwolf gig. They were actually called the Sparrow at the time, but 2 nights they played at the Matrix in San Francisco, and there's 2 recordings on this, and you know, there's a John Kay on the back here. It reflects a little bit about the show, and it says improvising, jamming, squeezing, and shaping a musical thing which lasted for 20 minutes and broke finally into the pusher. More or less thrown out of Los Angeles due to the riots and landed up in San Francisco. At this time, the Haight-Ashbury scene was just beginning. Some wanted to follow the current trends, leave the integrity behind, but this was not shared by the majority. John Kay Reflections. Yeah, this is a very cool record. I don't know why I passed this up for so long before picking it up, but I'm glad I did. This early Steppenwolf. There's that cool live version of the pusher. It just goes on and on. It's just a jam. It jams, dude. It freaking jams. Another record that I've been putting off picking up, finally did. The old Surrealistic Pillow from Jefferson Airplane. I just really... Dang it, what's wrong with you? Why do you keep falling? Oh, I see. Because of my retardedness. Alright, I'll fix you. Never mind. Sorry. I'm just talking to myself over there. But, yeah, Surrealistic Pillow. I don't know. I should have picked this up long ago. This is the first recording appearance of Grace Slick and Spencer, oh, what the hell is his name? Spencer Dryden. And this is the list. Jerry Garcia is musical and spiritual advisor. So, yeah. What do you know about that? This has the 2 obvious staples on it. Somebody to Love and White Rabbit. The song that I love on this most of all, though, is called Today. It's the 4th track on side 1. I could just like take a big hit of smoke and just lay back with my lava lamps on and just play that on a loop. I just love it. But yeah, Surreal. I don't have to say too much about this. Surrealistic Pillow. This was a second studio album by the Airplane. Folk rock and psychedelia fusion. It's a huge psych statement that came out of San Francisco, leading the charge of psychedelic sounds of the time. So yeah, I'm sure most of you have it. I'm late to the party, but telling you, if you don't have it, you should have it because it's a great, great record. Picked up a couple of Stones records. It's so weird how the connection here. I picked up both of these, two different record stores, two different days. Didn't even make the connection between them. But these are both records. This is Out of Our Heads, which is the third studio album of the Stones. This has obviously, this was back then, the early albums that the Stones did had a lot of covers of lots of American blues, R&B, soul. As most of those British rockers just, they loved American blues and they wanted to be blues bands. In fact, I would say that the Stones at this time were trying to be a blues band. And these earlier recordings of the Stones I just love. I'm trying to fill in all the gaps, and because I love early Stones. It's not garage, but it's raw, and they're hungry, and it's some great stuff. These, the ones on this London label, they're just so good. On this record, obviously, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, The Last Time, and then Spider and the Fly. So yeah, just a great record. And it's so weird that I picked up both of those albums and didn't realize that they were both recorded in the same sessions, just released some years apart. Actually, December's Children is the 5th studio album by the Stones, again on the London label there. I always like that cover with all the guys standing like in that narrow alleyway. I miss Brian Jones. I like anything early Stones with the Brian Jones. It was just so great. I know the Stones had to progress the way they did, but a lot of credit for the early stuff that was so good, and the experimentation and stuff has to go to Brian Jones. It really does. This has Get Off of My Cloud. There's a great movie called Pirate Radio, The Boat That Rocked. There's a scene in there where a guy's one of the DJs is telling a story how he's in this island bar, and somebody puts a quarter in and plays Get Off of My Cloud, and they get up and do this big dance number. Oh, it's so freaking cool. You can check it on YouTube. Just punch in Pirate Radio, Get Off of My Cloud, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Do it, VC. Do it. Alright, I don't usually get that aggressive, but this has Route 66, and then Get Off of My Cloud, I'm Free, As Tears Go By. I love that song. This has them writing more of their own material, including it on records, and a little bit less of cover songs. So I think this would be like the last album that they had used so many cover songs. Other big names on these records that were like Jack Nitsky, Ian Stewart. Those are the big names that played on these early Stones records. Ian Stewart used to be one of the Stones, actually. So anyway, December's Children and Out of Our Heads. Okay, now for the main event, people. The main effing event. This is a record that I picked up. I decided this is the most I've ever spent on a record. I decided I wanted to start getting some of these really good 60s hard rock and psych, and these re-releases, they're only like 20 to 26, 27 bucks. I seen Eric Weinbender. I don't know if it was this one in particular that he had, but he showed some Gun records, and he showed some Gong, and I had to have this Gun. This is their self-titled record. This is a great cover too. It's the first cover by a fella named, I think, Roger Dean. He went on to do some great Psych covers. But yeah, Gun. Brit Hard Rock Trio from Britain. Imagine that. Sorry about the shrink. It's probably putting off quite a glare, but check out. I'll buy any record where the guy has an afro like that. I am sorry. That is very impressive. Looks like my high school afro. But yeah, Gun has a song on there, Race with the Devil, a song that's been covered by Judas Priest, heavy metal band Judas Priest, also hard rock, heavy metal girl school, also Black Oak, Arkansas, on their album Race with the Devil. Hey, there's a group that you don't see in the VC very often. They've got several records that I see all the time out there, Black Oak, Arkansas. I'm going to start showing some. I've got like a lot of their records, and they're a hard rocking band. They were, I think even David Lee Roth could cite Jim Dandy as one of his influences for his live and for his look. So yeah, anyway, Gun, back to Gun. This is so cool. How about, not, I mean, it's got the cover art, it's got the killer logo, the killer afro. You ain't seen shit until I bust out the vinyl, though. This is on Red Devil vinyl. Dun 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 doo 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 doo. Vinyl douche, look away, vinyl douche. I'd call that hot ink. And it looks like somebody spilled paint all over it. When I pulled this out and went to put it on, and then the obnoxious yellow label, love it. When I pulled this out and went to put it on, and when it spins and you see it, it's like, almost looks like if you set the needle, you don't even want to set the needle on it because it looks like it's going to ruin it because it just looks so damaged. This has Satan. There's like Satan mixed into this vinyl. I just know it. The Red Devil vinyl. I love pink. I love me some pink with a little bit of. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, that's Gun. The highlight of this video. But yeah, that's it. Get out and pick this up. It's a great record. Anyway, fuck that record. I'm going to let you go, VC. This has gotten to be out of hand. It's gotten long, and I'm tired. I want to get in mellow and get a beer in me and get laid down, get my jams. And Cosmic Brian's going to go off into the la la land. Woo-hoo-hoo. I love you guys, man. Eric Weinbender, I appreciate the VC, man. Dan's Vinyl Channel, thanks for reaching out to me this week, you guys. I don't know if it was divine intervention, but I've been having a rough week, and just the fact that you guys reached out to me this week was special. Alright, peace be with you guys. Have a great night. Have a great day tomorrow, y'all. I gotta go to a funeral tomorrow, or I travel. I'm gonna be on the road for a funeral for Monday. I'll be up in St. Paul, Minnesota. So you guys have a good one. Love you, VC. Peace out.